Spotify presents the ESPN Cricinfo playlist of the day. We are focusing on Kolkata's clash up against the Delhi Capitals. They'll be looking to bounce back this time. They are at home, although they are in a comfortable position at number 2 in the table. So let's have a look at the men that feature on our playlist today. It is none other than Shreyas Iyer from Delhi, Kagiso Rabada, who has just been lighting up the stage here, Nitish Rana, Kuldeep Yadav, and Dinesh Karthik. A lot of talk around Dinesh Karthik, especially with the World Cup coming up next month. I'm Alexis Younes, and I'm here with Shaun Tait and Deep Dasgupta. So let's get right into it, gentlemen. Let's look at Shreyas Iyer. He's the first one on our list here, and this is him up against spinners in this year's Indian T20 League. There you see 104 runs from 85 balls, and he's only been dismissed twice. So how do you expect him to fare in this matchup?
Oh, listen, any Delhi batsman, they'll enjoy it. Because if you look at that team, all the batsmen are free-flowing. They like pitches where the ball comes onto the bat. Unfortunately, their home ground, which is the Firozshah Kotla, does not offer them that. So now that they're away from home, they will enjoy it. And someone like Shreyas will definitely enjoy it. And you were talking about the World Cup. I mean, listen, Shreyas Iyer, if he has a good season, a good tournament, he's got an outside chance.
I tend to agree, absolutely. He looks like the sort of character that you'd want in your side as well. You know, he seems like he's got his head together with Delhi now. Seems to be doing a good job under Ricky Ponting. So, and his batting's just coming along leaps and bounds. So, it's a likeable team. This I like Delhi.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of a very likable figure, let's go on to this man, because who hasn't been talking about him? Kagiso Rabada, the South African, and we're looking at him in over 16 to 20 this year alone. 11.1 overs, conceded 93 runs, but taken 8 wickets. Now, who is going to stand up to this man tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously the key factor. I still say he's probably number 1 and Bumrah's number 2 in the world. Fast bowling. I still think he's got Bumrah just, maybe, arguably. So he's a class act. I saw something on social media talking about his Yorkers he bowls. He said he never copied anyone. That's just the way he wanted his game to go. So he didn't get any inspiration with his death bowling. He just sort of developed it and coached himself. So that was interesting.
So would he be the perfect one to take on a certain Andre Russell? Because we've been screaming, get those perfect Yorkers in.
Just getting to that. That's the matchup we're going to watch now. A guy that really does nail his death bowling and a guy that smashes it. So, yeah, great matchups. Even with the Kolkata top order there, that'd be good to watch.
Yeah, and that surface would help him. That surface in Kolkata is pace and bounce. He will enjoy bowling there, and well, I would tend to disagree there with Shaun. I guess Bumrah 1 and Rabada 2.
It's all right. We'll let that one go. All right.
Oh, sorry, I mixed it up. Sorry, Bumrah's different. I forgot where I was. I'm in
Shaun's
Mumbai.
trying to keep his job here.
We're in Mumbai, India here. Sorry, Bumrah's not.
Don't you have citizenship now? I don't think we can deport you for that. All right, let's move on now to the next man on our playlist, Nitish Rana. I'm a huge fan of him. I always talk about him to you guys. You guys, or at least Tait, I think, or Deep had him in your Fab 4 the other day. So this is him in over 7 to 15, 136 runs scored from 80 balls. He's been dismissed twice.
Yeah, I mean, he started off really well with 2 back-to-back half centuries, but he's gone off the boil a bit, and that tends to happen with him. He starts off the tournament well, but then tapers off by halfway. But you know what? They need him. They need him because if you look at KKR's batting, they really haven't fired. It's basically Andre Russell's heroics with the bat that has kind of overshadowed all the deficiencies in the KKR side so far. But sooner or later, I mean, these guys need to fire, and Nitish Rana, who's already looking good, has had a good start, needs to come good again.
Yeah, I mean, he showed last year what he's more than capable of. That's for sure. Yeah, probably hasn't quite got into it yet. He's had a couple of decent cracks at it, but hasn't quite got into it and been able to, for us to see his full throttle performance, which I think he's probably due for this game. Yeah.
All right, let's move on now to the next man that is on our list, and it is none other than Kuldeep Yadav, but this is him versus Rishabh Pant. So these is actually Rishabh Pant's stats. So he scored 9 runs in 9 balls, and he's been dismissed by Yadav twice. So how do you see this matchup?
Probably, I mean, just him himself, he's probably another guy that hasn't quite got into his rhythm again. I mean, it's a long tournament, and these guys are good players. They're going to eventually do well, but yeah, he's probably... haven't seen the best of him yet this tournament so far, and hopefully that's to come as well.
Yeah, I mean, he also hasn't got too much of support. I mean, this year,
Yeah.
as far as spinners are concerned of KKR, they haven't picked too many wickets, be it him, Piyush Chawla or Sunil Narine. So a lot of people have actually kind of tried to play him out because Sunil Narine is going for 8 and over, Piyush has gone for a few as well. But again, he's someone who you look forward to as your wicket-taking bowler. And it'll be important because you know what, this game, KKR Delhi, it's going to be all about picking wickets because all these batsmen are boundary hitting batsmen. They're all explosive batsmen. If you don't get them out, then looking at 180, 200. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's move on now to the final name on our list. And there's a couple of names that we do harp on this season, and this is definitely one of them. Dinesh Karthik, these are his numbers in 13 innings. He has 428 runs, a strike rate of 144, and this is all just against Delhi. So in the last match against Chennai, we said that he probably missed an opportunity to really put his hand up to make that India team for the World Cup next month. Is this the kind of match up against Delhi that favours him?
It certainly isn't up against world-class bowlers that he might come up against at some stage as well. So, yeah, I mean, he seems like he's obviously got a bit of a focus shifting on leading the side as well.
Yeah.
Seems to be doing a pretty good job with that. But they're really good numbers against Delhi.
Yeah.
So he'll go into this game confident. There's no doubt about that.
And he's one guy again who needs to step up. Needs to step up because again that over dependence on Andre Russell. I mean, he's doing a great job, but you know they've got to share that burden there. And DK with his experience, he's one of the senior most guys in there, along with maybe Robin and Chris Lynn. But he's one guy who has different gears. He's versatile, plays spin well, the fast bowlers well. So yeah, I mean, and he's always he's the captain, and KKR has always been a very captain-centric team. You know, it's always revolved around the captain. So that's where I think he's got an opportunity here to kind of, you know, make a name for himself as captain.
Well, there's only a couple of days left before the squad is announced. So
yeah, 15th, yeah.
There you go. So not that much time. So he definitely will want to put his hand up in this match. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Looking dapper and talking dapper as always. And there you have it. Spotify presents the ESPN Cricinfo playlist of the day.